The first card you have for your past is the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, I'm seeing, someone being really attracted to someone else. And, I'm just looking at the way this page is looking at this coin. It's like, I love you, you're beautiful. That's the kind of thing I'm seeing here with this, this card. I think it might have actually been a crush. This might have been someone who was attracted to you, and I think they might have been a bit younger than you, actually. Pages are usually teenagers. I'm not saying they're a teenager, but there might have been some age difference, or there might have been some kind of dynamic where you were in a senior position to them or something like that, because I'm seeing this person might look up to you as well. And but I think, if you look at this page, he's a little bit nervous holding this coin. He has it right on the tips of his fingers. So, but yes, this person adored you at this time. Maybe they still do. Yeah, that they think of you as this golden coin, not a coin, but they think of you as golden because, if you look at the coin, it's lighting up the whole sky. The whole sky is golden because of this coin. And that's how they saw you. Maybe they still do see you like that. They really, really had a huge crush on you, and they had all these feelings for you, huge feelings for you. So yeah, I think whoever this is might have been afraid to say anything to you. Maybe they didn't tell you how they were feeling. I think you probably knew something was happening. You could probably tell. I mean, if someone feels this much for you, I don't think you can really hide it. So I think you did feel some energy coming from this person, but I don't know, maybe you were kind of thinking, well, am I imagining things or not? Or is this person, are they attracted to me? Or no, maybe I'm imagining things. So it might have been that kind of thing. But yeah, you did feel some energy coming from them. It was very, very strong energy. So yeah, the next card you have for your past is Justice. So maybe you were friends with this person. They might have been in the workplace with you. I'm seeing that again because I'm seeing a kind of dynamic between someone who's teaching someone else, maybe. I keep on seeing that. And I think, you were friends, you were talking. I think you were quite relaxed around this person. Maybe in their head and in their heart, they might have wanted to build this friendship or whatever you had into more. But I think, again, they were afraid to approach you. I keep on seeing they're a bit afraid. And, there are a lot of things they're probably afraid of. They're probably afraid that you might reject them and say no to them. I think they also might not feel equal, that there's equality between you, because again, there might either be an age difference, or maybe you were senior to them, or you were teaching or training them. Could be either, could be all of those things. And I don't know if any of these problems were on your mind at all, because I don't think you really thought about being with them. But I think you might have picked up again that they might have felt a bit like this towards you because of this kind of energy that was coming from them. But all of this problem, all of these things, these dilemmas about, oh, will I ask them, will I not? I don't know. This is a bad dynamic. I don't think. This was all on their head. This was all in their mind. And so there was all this nervousness around them because they're worried about, should I tell them? Should I talk to them? Should I not? I don't know. So all of that was going through their mind. So the last card you have for your past is the Queen of Pentacles. So I think this person's quite sensitive, actually, or they were. They still are. And they're sensitive to other people's feelings. And again, I don't think they wanted your friendship to change. They didn't want the dynamic of the friendship or the relationship to change, the one that you already had, because I'm seeing you do talk to them and you're quite friendly with them as friends kind of thing, and you might have listened a lot to this person as well. Maybe they told you some of their problems. So, I think you did really care about this person, and I think you still do. And I think sometimes, because they had such a big crush on you, they might have interpreted some of your help and your friendliness for some kind of love, maybe. But I think a lot of that was in their imagination, because I don't think you ever did anything to lead them on or to make them imagine anything was would happen between you. I think a lot of this was playing out in their head. That's what I'm seeing. But yeah, you cared about them. The Queen of Pentacles is very loving, very caring, very nurturing. But I think they could be right. I mean, why they're so worried is that you might say no to them. And I think they could be right about that. I don't think you would want to upset the dynamic of what's already there. I think, you know, again, this might be around the workplace. So you might be thinking, no, I don't really see people in the workplace, might be something like that. And there are a lot of layers, a lot of reasons why you wouldn't get together with them. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, work. This is at work, I think, because there are pentacles all over this. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing with that. So the first card you have for your present is the Six of Wands. Yes. So I think they're right. I think they're right about you, that you probably wouldn't want to go further with them. And I'm seeing that as well. And I think, you know, even if you'd met them at a different time or if things were different, I think you probably still might not have been interested in them at this time, or anyone else really, because I think at this time you're probably still getting over someone else actually. And I think this is someone who is really, really important to you. This is someone who had a huge impact on your life, and it took you a long, long, long time to get over them. You are probably still not over them at this time. That's what I'm seeing. You're physically away from whoever this ex is. You're probably not mentally, you're probably not emotionally away from them. Just like the woman in this boat, you know, she's trying to leave the past behind her. She's trying to move. But, you know, there are swords, there are pain in front of her. So she's trying not to look at these swords. But, you know, she has her head down, but they're still there. Whether she has her head down, head up, anywhere, eyes shut, whatever, blindfold, the swords are still there. So the pain is still there a bit for you. There's still some pain. There's still some old memories around you. I think they've started to drift away from you, just started at this time. But I think, you know, there are still times during the day, random times during the night even, where you get flashes of this ex in your head, flashes of their face, places you went to, things they said, messages they sent you, all of that kind of thing just kind of flashes up randomly. And then you think, oh, there they are again. And you start feeling those old feelings again. So this gradually fades away, and it gradually turns into, you know, you moving on from them. So it just takes time. And yeah, if this resonates, you will be ready for someone else, definitely. But I think you're right not to bring anyone new in, especially this person in the Page of Pentacles, who's obviously, they're a sensitive person. I was seeing that. And I don't think they'd be able to deal with you still going through the aftermath of this kind of breakup. And yeah, it wouldn't be fair on them, and it wouldn't be fair on you to drag them into any of this. And again, I just think there are a million different reasons why you wouldn't want to be with them. And I think deep down, again, I think they know that, but they still have you in their heart. Their heart is telling them a different thing from what their head's telling them. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have for your present is the Page of Wands. So yeah, you're trying to climb out of this old kind of state of mind with this ex behind you. Not only that, but you're trying to climb out of a whole big state of mind that you had. You're trying to kind of climb out of something into a totally new kind of world, into a totally new way of thinking, I think. Because this, you know, this page is looking up to the top of this wand. He wants to move out of where he is. He wants to move into something new. And I think for a while you might have been holding on emotionally to this past relationship. Again, you weren't physically holding on to them, and I don't think you were trying to call them or talk to them or see them. You're very proud in that way. I think once someone moves on from you, or once someone says goodbye to you, or you say that to them, that's it. I don't think you ever try to revisit things in your head or physically, but I think in your mind it might have been a different story, obviously. But I think now your old emotions are starting to clear away from this. They're just starting to, they're going away from this. Because there's no water at all in this card, no emotion. There's not even a drop of water. This is a desert. This is full of heat. This is full of red. This is full of orange sand. This is kind of a clearing away of the old emotions and looking up to what's new. It's like you're looking up to the top of this wand and you're saying, what's up there? What's new? What have I got next? And I think this is a final move away from all of these old feelings. This is showing that this is starting to really drift away now. You're starting to really move on emotionally now. It's taken you a long, long time to get here, a long, long time. You still have a little way to go, but you know, some of it has, you know, you are starting to see a clear in front of you, a clear kind of view in front of you. So, you know, it's not your fault that it's taken a long time. It's not anyone's fault. Sometimes it just takes time to kind of for you to move on. It just takes as long as it takes. Sometimes it takes people a long time. Sometimes it takes people years and years to move on. Sometimes people never move on. Sometimes it takes, you know, a month or something. So it just depends on each individual person, each individual situation. But obviously this person meant a lot to you when they were with you. They had a huge impact on you. But now you're trying to kind of, or you're finally kind of moving forward now. And I think now, you know, as you're ready to do this, you're ready to take on new things. I don't think you're ready for new love yet, definitely not. But I think there are things that you might have subconsciously pushed away because maybe they wouldn't have been, this person wouldn't have liked them, or they wouldn't have found it attractive or cool or interesting if you had have pursued these things. And I think while there was still a small kind of voice inside you stopping you from doing these things, this was this kind of little voice of hope inside you, hoping that you might still see them again. And that was around you for a long, long time. So you were still kind of stuck in this mode of the kind of person that they would like to be with, while you still had this hope for a long, long time. And now that this is all moving away from you, finally, you're kind of finding yourself, you're finding your own path, you're finding a path of what you want. It doesn't matter what they think, it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. This is what you think and what you want. And again, you know, the pages are like teenagers. They're just starting to learn how to become an adult. They're starting to learn how to form their own opinions. And this is you. You're starting all over again, a bit like a teenager. It's like you're starting anew. You're experimenting with things. You're wanting to experience new things. You're thinking, what's up? What's new? What's there? What can I do? So if this resonates, you know, and you're not sure what to do, you do want to change things. You do want to move into maybe a whole new career, a whole new path, a whole new business, a whole new mode of learning, something completely new. You really want to change your old life. You want to get out of that and you want something completely fresh, completely new. So if this resonates, try writing down a list of everything you've ever wanted to do, and keep this to yourself. It's not for anyone else. This is just for you. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense. Don't worry about spelling, handwriting, the way you're writing this or whatever. Just think about everything you'd like to do. Everything. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's about work or what. Anything. Could be anything. Absolutely anything. And then write everything you can possibly think of down as quickly as you possibly can until you've got lots and lots of pages all full of these things. And then put the list away for a while. And then when you feel ready, go and have a look over it again and go and find the thing that gives you that kind of warm, happy feeling. Look over everything in the list, and when you come across that thing that you look at and you feel this kind of really warm, happy feeling, it's like, oh, I'd love to do that. That's the thing that you need to pursue. You know, your feelings, your instincts are going to show you where to go first, what to do first. Now, that doesn't mean you can't do anything else on the list. You can do everything if you want to. But this is the thing that gives you the most happiness, the most pleasure at this time. This is the thing you want to do first. So start pursuing that thing. This is your path. This is your map. This is how you're going to find the new world for you, your new life, your new surroundings. I hope that all makes sense for you. The last card you have for your present is the Hierophant. So yeah, this is time for you to finally listen to yourself, not what this ex thought of you, not what anyone else thought or thinks, what you think. This is you. listening to your inner self and what you want to do. The Hierophant has his ears covered. He doesn't listen to the world. He doesn't listen to what it's trying to tell him. He doesn't listen to how it's trying to influence him or program him or tell him what to do. He listens to his inner self. He listens to his higher self only. That's why he's wise. That's why these two monks are in front of him, learning from him, because he's wise. If you listen to your inner self, you will become wise. If you listen to the ideas and opinions of everyone else, you will not become wise. You'll be a sheep. So this is you. You're listening to yourself. And this is going to be a time of not only finding out what you want to do, it's going to be a time of finding out who you are, who you truly are. This is a very deep, big, important process. I don't want this to sound crazy or cringy or whatever. This is what I'm seeing. This is the start of a very, very important, big inner process for you. I think you might have felt a bit kind of swamped before, swamped when you had this person on your mind, swamped with the thoughts of this person. I think everywhere you went, you had them on your mind, everything you did, even if you're making your bed, putting out the rubbish, everything, you had this person on your mind in some way, whether you wanted to or not. But now they're fading away. They're fading away from you. As they fade away, they're leaving space in your mind. They're leaving space in your heart. They're leaving space in your world for you to put your own things into that world. And this is how you're going to have room to be able to do this process, experience this process, and embrace this process. This is really, really big. This is so deep. I think, this will be the start of a new change, a big inner change that's going to cause a big outer change in your whole life. And you won't be able to go back. You won't be able, once you start moving forward, you cannot go back. You won't even care about this other person, this ex. You won't care at all. The first card you have for your future is the Ace of Wands. So yeah, I'm so glad you have this card. This is following on from everything else I'm seeing. This is energy. This is potential energy. It's like a match that's about to light a fire under whatever it is you want to do. So this could be the time when you start to look at this list. You start to look at these ideas. Maybe you start to take action on one or even more of these ideas. So I'm also seeing this attraction that this person in the Page of Pentacles has for you, it's not going away, I don't think. They're still not going to feel like they can let you go, really. I think they're still going to be really attracted to you. I think they're especially physically attracted to you. They still are. But I think you're a strong person. I think you're able to use logic. I think you're able to use your practical head, your mind. And I think that, there's no point in going any further with them. And I think at this time you might actually say something to them because you're very, very strong. I think you're going to be very gentle. I think you're going to be very diplomatic, very careful, very, very kind when you talk to them about this. And also this is coming right after the Hierophant as well. And the Hierophant can be about doing the right thing, the sort of morally right thing, because he's a religious leader. So I don't think, I don't think it would be morally wrong for you to get together with this person. I don't have a problem with age gaps. I don't have a problem with romance that happens in the workplace, as long as everyone's straightforward and everything's fine and there's no kind of crazy stuff going on. I think if everyone's honest, I don't have a problem with it. But I think there are a lot of difficult dynamics here between you. And I think for many, many reasons, I think it's not right. And I think you're feeling that as well. And I think if you have those instincts, you have that feeling, you're right to follow your instincts, obviously. And yeah, I think even now, even more so, your instincts are going to be very strong, a lot stronger. And you are right to follow your instincts, because you won't just have instincts, you'll have an inner knowing, an instinctive inner knowing that you're going to be able to follow, and it's going to lead you to your new life. That's what I'm seeing. This is fantastic, this reading is. The next card you have for your future is the Two of Wands. So yeah, at this time you might feel as if you're maybe at a little bit of a crossroads in between two different decisions, because I've seen 2 decisions in the Ace of Wands that you might have kind of narrowed it down to that you want to start with. So you might be looking at these 2 things and you might be thinking, which one will I do? Which direction will I go in? Now, these are both good decisions. I think these are both positive decisions. I think one of them might have some kind of sacrifice around it, or it might have something to do with travel or moving or something like that. Moving to another place, even moving jobs or a new career or business or something. You're going to want to have a lot of movement. You're going to really want to have big changes in your life. That's what you're wanting. And I think that one of these choices that you're thinking about making, some people around you might not approve of one of these things, or they might not understand what you're doing. And I think a while ago you might have dismissed any of these choices or discounted whatever it was that would upset these people. But I think now you won't do that, because you're going to say yes to things that align with the new you, with the real you, regardless of what anyone says or thinks or does. You know, the Hierophant keeps on standing out to me. My eye keeps on going back to the Hierophant. Listening to yourself instead of other people again. I think you might eventually choose the road that might lead to what you want, but it also might lead to conflict with some of these people. You might even lose some people for a while. Not forever, I don't think. I think they will come back and talk to you again. There are some people who are going to come with you on this journey, definitely. They're going to support you. And there are going to be people who won't want to support you, won't want to come with you. And, you know, the man on this card, he's carrying one wand in his hand, but he's leaving another one behind him. So you're going to have to take some people with you and leave some people behind you. But you're making real choices now, real proper choices, the ones that are your choices, that speak to the real you. Not a tiny little you that other people approved of, but you weren't sure about. The big, real, whole you. Now, I think when you make these big, real choices that mean real changes and big shake-ups, they're not easy to make these choices. It's not easy to do this, but, you know, your instincts are 100% fully charged at this time now. And all of these cards in your future are wands and the world. So they're like action, 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 do this, do this, do this, and you have the whole world in front of you, the whole world in your hands. Also in the Two of Wands, this man has the world in his hands again. So follow your instincts, follow your own instincts, especially now when you can feel yourself really, really growing into your true self and into your new world.